Hello there everybody and welcome to a brand new video series that I've been planning in the background, Morning Tea with MHD. I thought it'd be a nice idea to have these separate videos where I just talk to you or tell some stories, since a YouTuber I used to watch when I was younger, named Star, had a quote that's always resonated in the back of my head, and that's every person has an interesting story to tell. So I thought, well, I actually have a story worth telling today. How about I share it along with you? It'll give you some extra content whilst I'm recording the next segments for episode 33. I might also talk about other things in future videos, but we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, we've got the train to ourselves. I've just finished the cup of tea I was supposed to be drinking whilst making this video, but hey, you know what? Let's make the most out of this quiet, relaxing environment whilst we're here. Let's wind the clock back to about 2012, well, June 2012 to be specific, the year of the Olympics. And I wanted to ride on a Class 395, the Javelin units. I haven't had the time to go on them as soon as the service started, which I think was 2009? It was most likely around that time. But now I had the money and the time to go on one. One of my former school friends tagged along with me, because whilst he didn't like trains as much as I did, he wouldn't mind going on a high-speed train, in this case. We got to St Pancras and we didn't want to do London to Faversham. We didn't have the time or the money for that. We just wanted to go on like a short one to Ebbsfleet, just to go on the main high-speed section. We had our money ready, and we approached the ticket office and said, hey, could we have 2 child returns to Ebbsfleet, please? Everything seemed normal so far, but then the person at the ticket office looked at us very confusingly and said, 2 child returns? And we obviously said, yes please. We were just getting our money out of our wallets ready. How much would it be, we asked. Then she said, could you bear with me for one moment please? She got up and went out of view to go and speak to someone. Less than 10 seconds later, she came back and said, yes, that's £1 then for both of you. To say the least, we were both shocked. £1 return to go from London St Pancras to Ebbsfleet. Today, that same ticket, albeit an adult fare, will cost you the next part of £18. So that's £9 for a child ticket. And the thing is, I still have evidence of that ticket. I got a picture of it right here, which I'll show up on screen quickly. As you can see by the date, this wasn't during the Olympics. Nothing really special was going on that day. There wasn't any disruption. There wasn't any anything else I could think of that would influence them giving us a ticket for that cheap. Not that we were complaining, obviously. I mean, £1. It kind of reminds me of that episode of Top Gear where Clarkson got a Volvo for £1 when they had to find cars for less than 100 quid. Well, after we bought our distinctively cheap tickets, we obviously rode on the 395 down to Ebbsfleet. And, well, the ride on the 395 for the most part was satisfactory. The seats were okay enough, it has toilets, you get air conditioning, etc, etc. But the thing that made me really nervous whilst riding on the Javelin units was in the tunnel segments, the train would shake from side to side rather violently, and this was after they added the dampers as well. I have absolutely no idea why it was so violent, as in plain turbulence violent. But yeah, we survived. It was a nice experience, and I liked going through the area around Raynham and Dagenham at high speed. That's really nice. You get some nice views out there. We got to Ebbsfleet station. I wanted to go and take some pictures, but this was a bit tricky, partly because I didn't have a phone that could take pictures at the time, at least of decent quality. But mostly, Ebbsfleet is one of those stations where they're a bit, let's say, obsessed with security. I mean, we live in a day and age where every person who takes pictures and has notes on the railway station is a terrorist. Even if you're not, you are a terrorist. And at stations like Ebbsfleet, it's pretty much like that, just times 1,000. Oh, and Clapham Junction. Actually, not Clapham Junction. No, I've never seen a single member of staff complain about people taking pictures of their trains at Clapham Junction. But overall, appearance-wise, we liked Ebbsfleet Station. liked the layout and it looked nice, and it was nice to see, I think, 1 Eurostar pass at high speed. Well, there you go, we're approaching our final stop. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you guys next time. Goodbye.